Hello everybody, I'm Miguel Simon. This is Truth Matters, and you've come to the right place. Because this is the place where we discuss truth, we explore truth from a biblical standpoint, and of course, an enlightened common sense. And today in this video, I want to talk about what's on everybody's mind right now here in Canada, the elections. And this, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many people, is the most important election in Canadian history. Because this is the election that's going to determine freedom. We have two major parties gunning for control. Most of the people in Canada are not happy with the one that is now in minority or the one that's in power because of all the things it's done. And I believe that many people are going to vote out the Prime Minister, which brings me to the point with a vote. We have to vote. And I know many people, myself included, when I was thinking about it, who would I vote for? And I was going to vote for anybody that would get the Prime Minister out. And in fact, I was not voting anybody into office. I was voting somebody out, which is the wrong way to vote. You don't vote that way. Many people are sick and tired of one Prime Minister, one in government. So in order to vote him out, they want to vote the other one in. And so basically it comes down to the lesser of two evils. Right, so I don't have much of a choice, but I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils. That's the mindset. But if you vote that way, you're still going to be left with evil. Because in reality, both parties, the Liberals and the Conservatives, their platforms are basically the same. There's really no difference between the two parties. You may vote out one person who has a lot of scandals on his plate and is not a person of integrity, but you're going to be voting a different person in as Prime Minister who isn't a great person of integrity either. Maybe not as bad, but still, that's not the case because we're voting someone out instead of voting someone in. We're not voting for change. We just want to vote somebody out. And the mentality is if this other party gets enough votes, well, then the other party will be ousted out. And I believe that the Conservatives, that's exactly what they're banking on. That people are tired, they're fed up and tired of the Prime Minister and the Liberal Party, all that they've done, how they've wasted our money, how they've done everything wrong, that if we just, if we don't vote for them and just swing the vote to them, we split the vote, then the other party gets in and the other party comes in and they're going to be our solution, and the government is never the solution. And I'm here to, that's how I thought. I thought that if I just vote for the other party, this party that's in now will be voted out and will be good. But I came to understand as I thought about it, that's the wrong way to vote. I can't vote a party that I don't believe in their platforms. I can't vote for a party just because they're going to have the better chance of winning this election and ousting the other government out. Wrong way to vote, because in that case, nothing ever happens, nothing ever changes. Because the Conservatives and the Liberals, their platforms are the same, their beliefs are the same. The Conservatives really are liberal; they're not Conservatives anymore. Matter of fact, the only true Conservative candidates they had, they kicked them out. They fired them. They kicked them out because they were too conservative. Well, that's not what the Conservatives are all about. So now they're running in other parties. If you look at the platforms of parties like the PPC, the People's Party of Canada, they are the ones that are voting for change. They're the ones that are voting for freedom. This is an election for freedom. If you vote for Liberal, or you vote for NDP, or you vote for PC, and I'm not here to tell you how to vote, I'm just giving you the facts. All three of those are for vaccine passports. All three of those are for lockdowns. All three of those are for controlling you. The question becomes which one gives more control, which one has more passports, which one will bring it more faster, but it's the same thing. The PPC is the only government party that is against passports, is against vaccines. Now, obviously, there's ways to make the place safe. You can make people safe. You can make a nation safe without having to go to draconian measures, which is what the other parties are going to do. We are fighting for our freedoms, and in this freedom, in this election, you have to vote for freedom. You have to vote not only for your freedom, but the freedom of your children. Because I want you to think of something. If a party goes into office and they put forth the vaccine passports and control, they say this is for your safety, everybody's got to get an app. Now, you can't go into a restaurant if you don't have a vaccine passport. You can't travel on a train and an airplane. You can't do these things if you don't have a vaccine passport or vaccines. What's them to stop to say, well, you can't have a job. You can't go to an office building. You can't go to a mall. You can't go to the grocery store. You know what? You can't even go outside where people are in an outside gathering because it's a threat. What's to stop them from doing that? Absolutely nothing. The more control they get, the less they're going to give back. The more control they get, the more control they're going to put on the people. This is no longer about, am I a liberal, am I a PC, am I NDP, am I a PPC? No, this is about government control. This is about our freedoms. Canadians have freedoms according to the Constitution, but those freedoms are being stripped away by the parties that are running for office right now. We have to vote our conscience. There's probably about 5 to 6 million people in Canada right now that don't agree in passports, don't agree in the vaccine, don't agree in the draconian measures that the government is putting out, that they think there's better ways to do it. And if all those people voted for change, voted their opinion, voted their conscience, voted what they wanted to see with their freedoms, they could make a big swing. The other governments are believing that they're not going to get enough seats, that they don't have anything to worry. But if these governments that are in power, even if they don't win, I don't believe PPC might win. That's not the point. But if they get enough seats, we will have representation in Parliament. And if they get a lot of seats, the other parties will see, wait a minute, the people are not falling for this anymore. The people don't want control. They're going to notice, and they're going to start making some changes that are going to better suit the whole country. This is about freedoms for the whole country. I've heard people say, listen, if you vote for somebody else other than the PCs who have the better chance of beating the Liberals, you're wasting your vote. I'm here to tell you, the only wasted vote is a vote that's not cast. If you cast a vote, you have not wasted your vote. You are speaking your mind. You are speaking what you want to see. We have to vote according to the change that we want to see. And if everybody votes for freedom, if everybody votes for change, we're going to have enough. We're going to cause a stir. We're going to have enough seats in the House for the PPC that things will begin to change. But if we don't do nothing and just resign, I'm telling you, in my opinion, the PCs, the Conservatives, are banking and they're hoping that people are so sick and tired of the Liberals, they're just going to vote for them. And if they vote for them, then they're going to win a majority government. And if they do, we're still going to have lockdowns, we're still going to have passports, we're going to still have vaccines, we're still going to have other controls, and we're going to lose our freedoms little by little. We need to vote for change. We need to vote for our freedoms. We need to vote our conscience. We need to vote our convictions. And if enough people voted that way, we could cause a change in this nation. Because this election is all about freedom, because those are the freedoms we're going to be losing if we don't do it. And people, we have the voice. We are the ones that have the voice. We are the ones that have the decision. We are the ones that put people in office or not. It's up to us, the people, to choose the government that we want, the ones that will honor the Constitution and keep our freedoms intact and not rob away our freedoms. Because I'm telling you, if the government starts taking control, there's nothing for them to start taking more control away, and that's where we're headed. We're headed for a communist country in control if we don't speak up now and vote for change. Those are my thoughts for today. I hope they were helpful. Everybody needs to vote. Don't just say, well, my vote's not going to count. Your vote counts. Oh, I'm just going to vote for this party because they got the better chance of winning. Don't do that. Vote your conscience. Vote your convictions. Vote for change, and then we will see change in this country. God bless you. Let's keep Canada strong. Let's keep Canada constitutional. Let's keep Canada a free country. Go and vote for change. God bless you.